Let's put everything together now by looking at a trace of an entire lookup. Now, in the examples before, we didn't get to see the full lookup hierarchy because we issued a recursive query. But let's suppose that we wanted to see every step of the DNS lookup process. You can do this by using the trace option in Dig. Here you can see exactly what we saw before, which is the local resolver, in this case issuing a query to a local resolver and receiving a referral to an authoritative server for dot, which could be any of the following. That query elicits an answer for the .edu servers, which subsequently issues a referral to the servers that are authoritative for Gotek, which ultimately reply with the appropriate A records as well as the authoritative name servers for gotek.edu. A final interesting example explores how to map an IP address back to a name. In this case, we're ultimately looking for a PTR record, which is the name corresponding to this IP address. But first, what happens is we receive a special referral. When we ask the root servers about this particular IP address, instead of being referred to a particular .com or .edu domain, we're referred to a special top-level domain called inaddr.arpa, which maintains referrals to authoritative servers that are maintained by the respective internet routing registries, such as ARIN, RIPE, APNIC, and so forth. So here we see a referral to inaddr.arpa. Subsequently, we see a referral to 130.inaddr.arpa, corresponding to the first octet of the IP address. Next, when we ask ARIN about 130.inaddr.arpa, we receive another referral, which is to 207.130.inaddr.arpa, and because 130.207 is allocated to gotek.edu, ARIN knows that the appropriate referral for this part of the address space is to dns123.gotek.edu. Next, we issue a query for the next part of the octet, 7.207.130.inaddr.arpa, corresponding to the first three octets. And now we actually get the PTR because dns3.gotek.edu knows the reverse mapping between 130.207.7.36 and the name for that IP address. So you can see that the PTR records, or those that map IP addresses to names, are resolved through a special hierarchy through inaddr.arpa at the root, followed by a walk through the regional registries and ultimately to the domains, such as Gotek, that are responsible for particular regions of the IP address space.